A woman who was swept away in a valley in the Wilayat of Iski, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate, has been found dead. The Civil Defense and Ambulance Authority, CDAA, said in a statement, rescue teams from the Civil Defense and Ambulance Department in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate responded on Monday, February 12, 2024 evening to an accident in which a vehicle with 4 people in it drifted in a valley in the Wilayat of Iski. 3 people were rescued and are in good health. 1 woman was found dead this morning. 3 children were found dead while more than 100 people were rescued by the Civil Defense and Ambulance Authority, CDAA, as heavy rains lashed the Sultanate of Oman on Monday, throwing normal life out of gear. Flash floods were reported in some parts of the country as the depression brought in rains and thunderstorms across Oman. Due to the current climatic conditions, study in government, private and international schools will be suspended on Tuesday in all governorates except Dhofar, Muzandam, and Al-Wasta. Classes will resume on Wednesday. The search and rescue teams managed to recover the bodies of 3 children who were swept away into the Wadi Bani Gaffer stream in Rustak. Officials said that 108 people were rescued from Yankel, while 1 person was rescued from Buraymi and another from Muscat. Altogether, 4 people, including 3 children in Rustak, were missing when the last reports came in. Rescue teams from the CDAA in the North Al-Batna Governorate responded to a report of 118 people being stranded in a specialized physical therapy center as a result of the high water levels. The center was evacuated and they were transferred to health institutions to monitor their health conditions. The CDAA also rescued a person who was stranded in his vehicle in Al-Buraymi Governorate. The CDAA also said that a vehicle with 2 people inside drifted in Yankel, while the rescue teams from the CDAA in Al-Dahira were able to save a person. The search is on for the other missing person. In Muscat, the rescue teams saved a person who was stuck inside his vehicle in a pool of water in the Wilayat of Sib. The Wilayat of Dibba in Muzandam Governorate received the highest amount of rainfall in the Sultanate of Oman, amounting to 140 millimeters on Monday. According to the data showed by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources, the Wilayat of Dibba received 140 millimeters of rainfall until 4 p.m. on Monday, followed by the Wilayat of Barka in South Al-Batna Governorate with 110 millimeters and the Wilayat of Al-Buraymi with 103 millimeters. While the Wilayat of Mada in Al-Buraymi Governorate recorded 88 millimeters of rainfall, 76 millimeters in the Wilayat of Shinas located in North Al-Batna Governorate, 74 millimeters in each of the Wilayat of Sanaina in Al-Buraymi Governorate and the Wilayat of Mada in Muzandam Governorate, and 70 millimeters in the Wilayat of Saham in North Al-Batna Governorate. The Wilayat of Qasab in Muzandam Governorate received 66 millimeters of rainfall, 55 millimeters in each Wilayat of Sohar and Yankel, and 52 millimeters in the Wilayat of Liwa. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health rescheduled more than 25,000 appointments, including visits to outpatient clinics, non-emergency appointments and operations, laboratory tests, and other health service appointments that were postponed due to the current climatic conditions on Monday. The Ministry of Health affirmed that patients and their safety top its priority. The ministry also seeks to meet patients' health, preventive, and therapeutic needs. In its 24-hour outlook, the Meteorology Department said chances of heavy rain, hail, and fresh wind may cause flash floods over Muzandam, North Al-Batna, South Al-Batna, Al-Buraymi, Al-Dahira, Muscat, Al-Dakhiliya, North Al-Sharqiya, and South Al-Sharqiya governorates in the coastal areas of Al-Wasta and Dhofar on Tuesday. The Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, called on citizens and residents to exercise caution during thunderstorms, not to cross valleys, avoid low-lying places, and not to go to the sea during the warning period. The CDAA has urged people to stay at home and not step out except for emergencies during heavy rains. Authorities are responding to flooding across most of Oman as of early February 13th. Heavy rainfall the previous day caused flooding across most of the country, with northern Oman the worst affected. Authorities have confirmed 3 fatalities in the Wadi Bani Gaffer in Rustak Al Batna South Governorate on February 12 due to floodwaters. Emergency crews rescued 108 people from Yankel and Ad Dahira Governorate and 1 person each from Buraimi in Al Buraimi Governorate and Muscat in Muscat Governorate, and evacuated 118 people from a specialized physical therapy center in Al Batna North Governorate due to high water levels. Authorities suspended all schools across Oman except for Al Wasta, Dhofar, and Uzandam Governorates February 12 to 13th. The Oman Directorate General of Meteorology has warned of heavy rain, hail, and strong winds, which may result in flash flooding across Al Batna North, Al Batna South, Al Buraimi, Al Dakhiliyah, Al Dahira, Al Sharqiya North, Al Sharqiya South, Uzandam, and Muscat Governorates in the coastal areas of Al Wasta and Dhofar Governorates February 13th. Red thunderstorm warnings are in place across most of the affected areas. Further sustained heavy rainfall could trigger additional flooding in low-lying communities near rivers, streams, and creeks and on ground already saturated by previous rainfall. Urban flooding is also possible in developed areas with easily overwhelmed stormwater drainage systems. Sites downstream from large reservoirs or rivers may be subject to flash flooding after relatively short periods of intense rainfall. Landslides are possible in hilly or mountainous areas, especially where heavy rainfall has saturated the soil. Authorities could issue additional mandatory evacuation orders for flood-prone communities. Disruptions to electricity and telecommunication services may occur where significant flooding or landslides impact utility networks. Due to the arid nature of the region and poor stormwater management in some urban areas, even minor rainfall accumulations could quickly result in episodes of flash flooding. Flooding is possible in streams and wadis. Significant rainfall may be preceded by moderate winds and dust storms, though some areas, particularly desert areas, may experience high levels of dust without rain. The severe weather will likely contribute to transport disruptions throughout the region. Floodwaters and debris flows may render some bridges, rail networks, or roadways impassable, impacting overland travel in and around affected areas. Additionally, ponding on road surfaces could cause hazardous driving conditions on regional highways. Authorities could temporarily close some low-lying routes that become inundated by floodwaters. Traffic and commercial trucking delays might occur along regional highways. Flooding downpours could inundate some low-lying roads in areas with poor drainage. Strong winds might also pose a hazard to high-profile vehicles. Localized business disruptions may occur in low-lying areas. Some businesses might not operate at full capacity because of flood damage to facilities, possible evacuations, and some employees' inability to reach work sites.
Đặt búa đó.